Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Feel the Snow. In the last episode, our snow lady traveled to some of the furthest reaches on the map to try to find the buried treasure, and we did manage to find it. We actually received, I guess it's our first accessory. We have this blue ring here, and what this is going to do is increase our mana regeneration. So I think we're going to have to focus a little bit more on the magic, because right now, our magic branch and our skills is very lacking. We kind of focused more on just the strength, the sword mastery and the shield mastery, our strength and our defense, and we definitely need to give the magic a little bit more of a try, especially with all of these magic related items that we're receiving. So I think once we level up again, we'll place our skill points in maybe the ice ball magic to try to upgrade that a little bit more. It seems like we have to get to a level 5 to really receive any of these other different types of skills. So we should probably upgrade our ice ball. We should probably, of course, upgrade our magic mastery too, so that we can increase our ice damage as well. That would probably be a good idea. The only problem with the ice ball is that it didn't seem to really affect the nightmares for long enough. We did try it out in the dark zone, and actually when I was gathering up resources for this episode, we had another dark zone appear way down here on the map. So it's actually kind of like south, I guess, or like, I guess southeast it would be of the settlement, so we could go toward that area too once we're ready to defeat another one of those dark zones, because it should give us another little point in mana as well, so we're really going to be increasing our ability to cast all of these different types of magic. But today what I wanted to do was try to find the great slime that the witch was talking about. So I think what we need to do is just focus on following the trail. First we have to pick up the trail though. Luckily it seems like the trails are absolutely everywhere. So if we just focus on following all of these bouncing different locations, then I'm hoping we're just going to stumble into the slime too. I really doubt that it's on one specific part of the map, just because every single time we come across a part of the trail it seems to lead us in a different direction. And there's one, finally! Okay, so this trail heads to the east. We have to start heading to the east. Now typically these aren't too far apart, so hopefully it'll be like just right over here. There we go, there's the next one. So where does this one head? This trail heads to the east as well. Okay, so the same direction. I always took that as a good sign, but yeah, I don't think that it's probably in like any specific part of the map. If we follow these enough, then we should run into it. So this one leads to the north. Let's start going north. I wonder how many we're actually going to have to follow too. Maybe I should eat some of our baked hams right now, because I did notice that our snow lady is getting a little bit hungry. So we'll fill her up so she's ready for this battle. Like, I don't know how hard this is going to be either. Okay, this one heads to the east again. Let's start going this way. It looks like we're actually toward the edge of the map. Yeah, we are. We're going to run straight into those crows again. And of course, since it's the daytime, they are going to be wide awake. So let's hope, okay, it's over here. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be like right next to their nests. Oh no, it went south. The slime must be nearby. Oh my gosh, what if it is right by those crows? That is not going to be good. It looks like we might be far enough away that we won't have to worry about them. Okay, there they are. Let's see if we can find the slime. Oh my goodness, it is huge. Oh, he has a big heart in the middle too. Okay, so let's start hitting this guy, I guess. Let's go behind him, and maybe we could hit him with the magic first. Let's see if we can get this guy with magic. Oh my goodness, he called all of his friends over. Thankfully, the slimes are typically quite easy to get rid of, so we won't have to worry about that too much, and we can soak up all of its damage with our sword, or shield rather. What is that? Is it going to explode? Wait a second, that's a little bit worrying. It looked like it definitely exploded. Okay, so let's try to get rid of all of his friends and soak up his damage. Maybe we have to hit him when he does that? There we go, we actually got rid of him. Okay, that wasn't too hard at all. We received a little, was that like a heart or something? Okay, let's see. We rescued a citizen too. You saved a villager. He's waiting for you at his shop, and he is not alone. Okay, so all of our friends from the settlement, I guess, turned into monsters? Is that the case? Like, we'll go down to the settlement and we'll see if we can find this guy. I do remember our little snow lady Annie talking about one of the shops that we came across when we initially woke up, right when the nightmares came about. So let's see. Is this actually the shop? Oh my gosh, it's all repaired now too. Look at this. Let's go inside here. Oh, this is adorable. There's a little snow lady down here, a little snow girl. Hello. Do you see this huge candy? Yes, this sort of candy is hard to find. Oh my gosh, is this where we can get those lollipops? I really want one. Is this like a candy shop? Oh man, this must be the guy that we saved too. Hey, I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for saving me. For this, I'll even give you a discount in my shop. You offering a discount? Is that really you, Joe? Are you feeling okay? After all that just happened, I'm honestly not so sure. but I already regret what I said. So we get a discount from his shop. This is like a little candy shop, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that's adorable. So we have to talk to Joe now. You have to continue looking for nightmares. Maybe Joe will help you. Let's see. We can talk to Joe here. Joe, do you know what happened here? Why do you ask? You're going to do something crazy, aren't you? I have to rescue the others. That's so like you. I can't remember much, but I do know some people who might. In the meantime, can you help me out? I had a large batch of specialty sweets headed here, but the caravan vanished out in the snowless lands. Okay, so those barren biomes that we often come across with the boars and whatnot, I bet that's what he's talking about. They're pretty expensive. Do you think you could try to find them? Alright, so we have to go out and try to find Joe's caravan now. The goods that Joe ordered hasn't come yet. Joe asked you to take care of this. Okay, let's see it on the map. It's way down here. Yeah, in these barren landscapes. Alright, so there is a purpose to these different biomes. We actually went all the way around where his caravan is apparently located. Now we can turn on the mini-map. A lot of you guys have mentioned that. It's just a little like compass almost that kind of points us in the right direction of our objectives, but it doesn't show us what's actually on the map itself. So we'll leave this on so we can hopefully get to the caravan a little bit easier, though we might want to wait until the nighttime passes. And in fact, why don't we go ahead and see what he's actually selling? Is this like, yes, it is actually a little sweet shop. Okay, so we can get lollipops here. We can get those candy canes that the witch likes to grow, and the large kanji? I'm not exactly sure what that is. Okay, so it looks like we can't actually buy them though because we don't have any money. Okay, I didn't realize that there was actually money that we had to obtain in this game. So we'll have to figure out how we can get those coins, I guess. Is there any way to sell items? Yeah, there is. Okay, so we could sell him, oh my goodness, all of these different things that we gather up around the world. Is he really going to give us 200 of these coins for 20 of our flint? Alright, that's quite interesting, and like our baked hams and whatnot. So we could possibly find all different sorts of drops from the enemies around the world and just bring them to him and sell them. Like, I don't think we really want to sell too many of our resources right now, just in case we need them, especially as we're going on the big journey to go find his lost caravan. But it looks like it is officially the nighttime now, so why don't we go out and just try to level up a little bit more? Because who knows what sort of crazy things we're going to find down there, I guess. I mean, it could be quite the journey to go get his caravan. I would imagine it would probably be a little bit hard. Last time we were finding all sorts of different goblins there, actually. The mages in particular, those guys that look like reapers. Oh, that guy is gone too. There was always a guy right by this lantern with a sword. He was like an adventurer or something, but he never really wanted to help us, so I wonder if he's off there trying to find the caravan too. That is quite interesting. We'll have to keep our eye out for him. We haven't spoken to him again since the very first episode, actually, when he was not interested at all in helping our snow lady. And these guys too. I am really tempted to see if we can maybe defeat these guys. You guys mentioned that they would give us the wool as well. We typically get the wool from like those big, I guess, woolly pigs. I'm not exactly sure what you would call them, but let's see if we can beat these guys. We might as well see if it's possible. They hit pretty hard, don't they? But we hit harder. We definitely hit harder, and oh my goodness, this guy heard all of the commotion and he was like, wait a second, I can hit even harder than that. There we go. So at least we managed to level up. We can go back to the house and kind of heal up a little bit, and then we'll distribute our little skill point too. Now why don't we go ahead and light our fireplace? We might as well heal up this way so we don't use up any of our health potions, because I know we are definitely going to need those as we're going out into the different biomes. So let's see, we definitely want to make sure that we're applying our skill points to the magic branch this time, I think. And why don't we go ahead and just upgrade our magic mastery straight off the bat. We'll go ahead and apply it right to our magic mastery so that it'll increase the damage of our ice magic. That way this ice ball is going to do just a little bit more damage than it currently does. I guess that's not going to increase the duration of the effect though, which is really what I'm looking for. Like maybe the ice spikes would be a little bit more effective in that way. I'm hoping so anyway, because it seems like even though we can actually hit the nightmares with our little ice balls, it just doesn't slow them down long enough to really give us a chance to attack those dark zones. But now that it is almost morning, let's go ahead and munch on our baked hams again so that our snow lady is nice and ready to set off into the world, and then we'll try to follow this this little golden arrow. I think that's the one, the yellow arrow. Yeah, that should lead us straight toward the caravan. The red one would lead us toward the other dark zone. I guess I'll leave my door open too, just in case we have to escape. We actually had to do that in the last episode because of those giant wolf creatures. Now I'm pretty sure I can actually damage those guys. I noticed while I was editing the video that that the wolf actually blocked me when I attempted to attack it with its shield. So I think as long as we time our attacks a little bit better than we did before, then we should hopefully be able to do a little bit of damage on those guys. And next time we go that deep into the wilderness out here, we'll see if that's the case. But there we go. There is that barren land. And here's one of those boars too. Like, why don't we go ahead and actually get rid of this boar as well, because we do need its tusks. We are definitely going to try to harvest all of the tusks that we possibly can, though that one only gave us a little bit of meat, though I am actually running low on meat anyway, so that's kind of good. It seems like the boars tend to give us quite a bit of meat, so I might bring our snow lady out here to go hunting at some point. That might be a good idea, just so that we can replenish our supply of all of these baked hams. And in fact, let's go ahead and just knock this guy out too. I mean, they're pretty easy to take care of, though that one actually gave us one of those tusks. Let's get this one as well. He's kind of like hiding behind this bush. I feel a little bit bad for him. We'll go ahead and grab that up, and then why don't we actually pick the marshmallows on here so we can eat those. There we go, and fill up all of the health that the boars took off of us. Now, I did notice, I noticed that there was like one of those little reaper guys up here, but this must be the caravan. And there's that guy too, along with one of these cubes. Is he going to attack me? No, it seems like it's kind of passive. So let's talk to this guy right here. Alas, you are too late. You missed the main performance. Okay, so he kind of stole the show here, I guess. You should have seen how they ran. Almost dropped their bags. Ahaha. Wait, they took the bags? Where did they go? No idea, small fry, but their camp should be nearby. Here, this should come in handy, just in case any of them are still around. Wouldn't want that cute little head to be smashed under club. Okay, so it must be the goblins that took what we need, and oh my goodness, they are actually hitting me right now. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up because I was not expecting that, and then we'll try to get rid of these guys. So we know that the ones with the magic are a little bit tricky to take care of because, yeah, they can hit us from afar, and if we get too close to them, then they actually run away from us. Oh my goodness, and this guy is almost completely taken care of me, so let's go ahead and heal again and run around a little bit to try to like dodge all of these different projectiles. Actually, why don't we go ahead and try to hit him back with this magic? We'll go ahead and try to line it up just right. There we go. That did quite a bit of damage on that guy. Perfect. Okay, so we're definitely getting the hang of this magic thing, though unfortunately, if we are not facing the right direction, then that is not going to help us very much at all. Let's see if we can line it up again just right. I mean, I guess we could hit both of them at once if we were lucky enough, and oh my goodness, that guy was completely stuck over there, just dancing away with that little cube. Let's see if we can just get rid of this guy. We'll jump up after we heal ourselves because he did hit us again. We'll jump up there and see if we can totally get rid of him. Hopefully, our little snow lady is getting distracted by all of those boxes instead, and all of her stamina has run out, so that's why she was going so slow. Let's see if we can hit him with the magic again then, because that seemed to work pretty well. If we line it up just right, there we go. Yeah, the magic is definitely a little bit better than I thought it was. As long as you can line it up right, then it does do quite a bit of damage, but so does his. That's the one problem, and we can hit more than one at a time with those ice balls too. So there we go. We could actually maybe take all of these guys out with our magic if we're crafty enough about it. We just have to pay close enough attention to the mana up in the corner so that we're not trying to cast magic when we don't have any mana left to actually use it. So far so good though. So far so good, and it looks like we took out the Reaper. There we go. So our magic bested that mage, the little mage goblin. Let's see if we can get rid of all of his friends with the magic too. We might as well. There we go. There's another one, and we don't have any mana left yet. That's the only problem. So that's why I think it would probably be a good idea for us to actually go down to that dark zone and hopefully grab up another one of those little crystals. I think it was just called a mana crystal, right? But let's see what's in this box too. There we go. Another health potion. Yeah, our snow lady was very, very interested in seeing what was in there. So I guess we might as well travel off to the east over here and see if we can maybe find the goblins that have stolen all of the goods. We were wondering if there were any goblin communities out here, and I guess that is the case, and I have so many goblins chasing after me now. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can hopefully hit them all at once. We hit a couple of them there, and I think I might actually be at the goblin community itself. I saw those fences up there, and that's a little bit worrying, so I'm going to back off while I try to get rid of these guys first, because I feel like if I go up there, we are probably going to be straight in the middle of a battle, and I don't really need to take all of these little guys along with us. Let's probably not the best idea because I'm sure there are plenty of goblins inside there as it is. There's our portal though, just in case we need to escape because I'm getting a little bit worried about this. We have so many goblins here, but a couple more good throws ought to do it. Let's see, there's one done. Let's see if I can get these two guys. There's a couple more over there. Oh my goodness, there are so many goblins. Like as soon as we get rid of one, it seems like another one spawns. So maybe we should just go straight into the little goblin settlement, I guess we'll call it. It's probably the best idea to jump straight in there as soon as we get rid of these guys so that we don't have any more of them spawning. And those nightmares too, like we're getting to the point where there might actually be more nightmares spawning pretty soon. So let's go ahead and see if we can figure out what we're supposed to do here. Oh my goodness, so many goblins. So many of these goblins. Let's see if we can get rid of these guys though so we can hopefully find all of those bags. Like there were some bags right by their little huts, so maybe that's actually what we need to focus on. But oh my goodness, these guys with their magic are absolutely brutal. Let's go ahead and go back to our previous strategy of trying to hit them with our own magic because that definitely seemed to work well. And oh my goodness, there's so many. They're absolutely going to overwhelm me. Maybe we should go back and regroup a little bit. That might be a good idea. Let's go back to the house and try to heal ourselves before we get completely shattered. Let's see, here's our little portal. So this mini map is definitely a big help because then we could just follow that, but that should at the very least like recycle the enemies a little bit. We did this with the wolves actually when we were having a lot of trouble running away from those guys. So at the very least, when we go back through this portal, we should hopefully not have to deal with all of those goblins. There we go. And we set it up right outside their settlement too, so now we have a new little stream of goblins to get rid of and not all of those crazy ones, that crazy horde that was chasing after us before. Let's see if we can hit this guy. It seems like I'm just a little bit off unfortunately, and now it is the nighttime too, so we're also going to have to worry about the nightmares. In fact, this is probably a quest best saved for the morning. That is probably the case, but let's see, are these the bags? Those are the bags. Oh my gosh, we have to get back to Joe, but these guys are going to kill me. Oh no. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so let's respawn. We should technically respawn right back at our house, right? I think so. Am I outside the house? Oh my goodness, we're going to have to move that bed. That is not a good place to spawn right outside the house. It must be too close to the wall, I guess. It must spawn us like on the left side of the bed. That's quite interesting. I will definitely move that though because that is not a good idea, but we did receive the goods. We actually received Joe's goods, even though we didn't do very well holding up against all of those goblins. They were definitely not very happy. We do still have the stolen bags, so we can go return them to Joe at his candy store. Let's see, do we have them in here? They must just be in like the universal inventory of our snow lady. Let's go ahead and heal up though. Let's make sure that we're healed because it is still technically the nighttime. So that means that the nightmares are still going to spawn as we go down to the settlement, but we definitely know where Joe is, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, our house is very, very close to the settlement as it is, so we can just zip down here. There actually isn't a marker on our map for this particular quest, but it is so close by that it doesn't matter anyway. There we go, open. Even in the middle of the night, even at like 4 a.m., he is still open. So hello, Joe, we managed to find your goods. You found the sweets. Oh man, you're the best. Did you find anything out? I did, but it's not the best news, I'm afraid. You'll have to find Toadolf in the Cave of the Ringing Wind. Not the safest journeys, my friend. Toadolf, I think that's what his name is. Never heard of this Toadolf. How will I know if I found him? Look for a dwarf with a long, scruffy beard. You'll easily recognize him. And I know this sounds crazy, but wrap up. You'll need to keep warm. You see, the cave has a unnatural chill to it. It's too cold even for us to bear, so be careful. Okay, that sounds interesting, and that reminds me that we actually have that like warm hat that we never made. We could probably do this now that we know where we can actually get the wool, so that might be a good idea. We could make this a little warm hat to protect us from the cold, because it sounds like, I'm guessing there's probably going to be some sort of magical monster that is going to make our little snow lady even colder than she already is. So I think in the next episode, we'll go ahead and try to make that warm hat. We'll see if we can possibly do that, and maybe we'll try to find this Toadolf guy too, Toadolf. He's some sort of dwarf with a big scruffy beard, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But for now, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!